Walker. Herschel, you just came off of a great first round TKO stoppage in your fight. How did that feel in the cage?
Yeah, it felt great. It always felt good to win, but you always want to get back in the gym and train, and I tell people this all the time. When you win, it's always good because you always start training to get better rather than losing. Then you're trying to make up what you did wrong. So it felt good to win, but I still can get in the gym and get a little bit better.
You took a head kick early on in the fight, right in the beginning, and then it kind of seemed you went into a mode of Hulkamania. What was going through your mind at that moment, or if anything, was it instincts?
Well, what it was is, you go into the cage and, anything can happen. And he sort of woke me up, and it was like, God, we can get it on now, because I know he was there to fight, and that's one thing I want to do is I said, when we step into that cage, we want to fight. And when he showed me that he wanted to fight by doing the head kick, it was like, now it's time to let's get it on now.
That's great. That's great. Now you originally came from a Taekwondo background. Is that
Call me.
I'll call you tonight.
Call me tonight.
Or something?
Yeah. Okay. No. All right. Call me.
All right. I'll call you.
Right.
Pick up your phone.
I will.
So you originally came from a Taekwondo background. This is correct?
Yes, I did. I studied Taekwondo for about 30-something years, and I studied long enough that I became a 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo. But I will say that going into the gym here was totally different, and it's something that I try to leave that black belt outside, and that's what I did when I went to AKA, and just try to have an open mind and learn MMA. And I think that was a blessing that I was able to do that, because I learned so much more by not thinking about what I knew from Taekwondo. And after I got MMA, what I was a little bit more familiar with, maybe then I can bring a little of Taekwondo into it.
Okay. So did you find it challenging to try to forget those things that you learned? Because myself, I practice Kyokushin, and when we fight in Kyokushin fights, we keep our hands down and not allowed to punch the face. So I'm continuing if I get in a fight with somebody or I'm sparring, I always drop my hands. Always drop my hands and go for the stomach. So do you notice there's some like Taekwondo things that you notice that happens?
Well, not at all. Not for me, because one thing I did is I really geared myself up that when I went into AKA, I wasn't going to think about football. Football was out, Taekwondo was out, bobsledding was out. I wanted to be a rookie fighter. I wanted to act like I was the most naive, like to say a book for idiots that walked into the gyms where I wanted to have an open mind and just learn.
An empty cup.
An empty cup. And I think when you go into the gym with an empty cup or with an open mind, you're going to learn a lot.
Cool. I have to say that after seeing you fight, it actually inspired me to want to take on MMA, and I want to do it. And I would be honored if you would, after I did a couple of months training first, if you would fight me with MMA style rules with pads and everything, of course.
Oh, sometimes we can do that. We can hook up and do that. There's no problem.
I'll come to AKA.
Okay, we can do that. We can hook up.
That'd be great. Herschel, I'm holding you to that. Thank you so much for the interview. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be well.